I'm Barnes. That's Leslie. This is Celebrity Sleaze, presented by McDonald's. Best part about working at McDonald's is the people.
You know, Barnes, it's not every day that we hear about a big Hollywood star willing to make significant sacrifices for the film, as in giving up their paycheck. We may have heard about this years ago, but this just a big revelation from Ryan Reynolds. He did this for the first Deadpool movie. He was doing this interview, and he wanted to make sure that his screenwriter friends, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, could be on the set. I guess at one point, 20th Century Fox wouldn't pay for them to be on the set. So Ryan Reynolds was like, okay, I'm taking matters into my own hands, and I will cover their expenses. Well, of course, that's pretty crucial because these guys have worked with him on all the films. Yeah, he gave up his salary.
Well, I think he's got a lot of salaries. I mean, he's got soccer teams, he's got liquor, he's got big movies. That dude has crushed it.
But if you think about in the early days, I don't remember when the first movie came out, but, you know, they've been with him for all the sequels. The new one, Deadpool and Wolverine, will be out July 26th. I know you're a big fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm. We didn't talk about this the other day. It has secured 11 Emmy nominations for Outstanding Comedy Series. You know what? This could be very historic. It places it alongside the legendary TV comedies Cheers and MASH as the only shows in history to achieve this feat.
I do believe deep in my heart that we will get one more season out of Larry David. I believe it. I listened to the Behind the Scenes podcast, which, by the way, for Curb is really funny. It's Susie and what's his name? His manager, Jeff. And I just feel like he's going to surprise us all and come back with a season. I'm holding out hope.
I don't think you're wrong.
I just don't know why I think that, but I don't think he's done entertaining.
And then there was another note about the Emmys, Carol Burnett making history at 91 years old, the oldest female comedy actor to be nominated for an Emmy. If she wins, of course, she would make history as well as the first, older person to win in that category. How cool is that? That is for that show on Apple TV, Palm Royale.
I don't know one person that likes that show, but it gets all these nominations. It's really surprising. I tried to watch it. It just was lame.
You know, another show that I really liked in the beginning, but then I was out, and I'm probably in the minority here, is Stranger Things. But I love that it has revived Winona Ryder. She just did this interview in Harper's Bazaar where she said, you know what? I will be there forever, but I would have to take a break if there was a sequel to Beetlejuice 2. Right? Okay, we're with you for that. Anyway, love Winona Ryder. Shannon Doherty credited, her mom's strength. And, of course, now her mom is speaking out, expressing gratitude to everyone that supported her during her entire life. I had forgotten how long Shannon Doherty had been sick. She was diagnosed in 2015, remember? Then she went into remission in 2017, but then faced a recurrence in 2020. She'd been sick for a long time from stage 4 cancer.
Yeah, I knew it had been almost 10 years. I was watching some story yesterday about them doling out all of her stuff, and I was surprised to see that her residuals, I think for the last year, were only around $25,000.
Is that all?
I was surprised at that, but then the ex-husband, who screwed her over in so many ways, he got, she owned a plane, and he got a plane instead of it wasn't a huge plane, but a small plane instead of cash for $110,000 or something, but he took the plane instead. How could you even fly that plane and feel good about it? He was
not a good guy.
No, it sounds like it.
I was going to do this story. I'm kind of glad that Crash isn't here, because it's about pooping in bed.
Well, he's here, but he's doing his traffic stuff. He'll be on in a few.
Did you see the story? I mean, this is love, Barnes. Justin Long pooped in the bed next to his wife, Kate Bosworth, because he had food poisoning. He's like, she wasn't judging me. She didn't make me feel weird or anything. You know what I mean? Apparently, he was hooked up to an IV. She was having to follow me to the bathroom with the thing. So I was having to just, like it was Dumb and Dumber. I was just really comically unloading. And then at one point that night I woke up and there was in the bed. He was suffering from food poisoning.
So he woke up and he did it to him? He did it while he was asleep?
He noticed that it was, in the bed.
Man.
In the bed. I know. This kind of reminds me of that story we just talked about the Ozempic stuff, but he was legit sick.
I was going to ask if he was maybe on one of those drugs, but I could have done, and I think I speak for all of us here, we could have done without that story. Quite
about
possibly.
This one? Well,
without
I wanted
that
to
one.
show what true love was about, and apparently Kate Bosworth really loves Justin Long.
That is true love.
I mean,
Follow
you
with
would-
the little bag, and dude's got, yeah.
You would do the same for Heather.
It looked like this morning, we have cleaners that come every couple of weeks, and for some reason, and I'm sure people can relate, they have to frickin' move things, where they have to change.
Oh, do not change.
So I have a protein shake before I go to the gym, and I keep my little shaker right there, and it has
Shake,
this
shake,
ironclad top on it, and they effed with the top. I'm sure they were cleaning it or whatever, and they left it open, and I put everything in, and I was standing at the fridge, got water, and did one shake, and brown chocolate went everywhere in the kitchen.
And you started singing Shake It Off.
But wipe it off. I spent 20 minutes wiping, trying to get it all, but it looks like someone, took a dump in my kitchen. It's not good.
The Prince estate is in dispute with Netflix over a documentary. They're currently in a huge dispute. I always wondered about this with, these late musicians, like who runs their estate. Sometimes it's the family, and, then other times, there are companies that oversee estates. The original agreement stipulated a 6-hour runtime, but the completed project exceeds that. I say, why not? And that's where the dispute comes in. So I guess it's divided between the family and the rights management arm. Let's see what happens, because I would love to see this on Netflix.
I would, man, that would be massive, but I heard that family is just all over the place. Money, money, money hungry.
That is your Celebrity Sleaze.